We've got some bad news to unpack here on New York Giants Now regarding Dexter Lawrence and Andrew Thomas. Before we do that, some good news. We were able to cross over 84,000 subscribers here on New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. An amazing achievement, and I just want to say thank you to every single person that has hit that big red sub button. If you're not subscribed, give us a chance. We put out multiple videos every single day. If you love the Giants, hit that sub button right now. This is New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. My name is Marshall Green. We'll dive into the bad news regarding Andrew Thomas coming up in a little bit. Let's start, though, with number 97, the captain of this football team, Dexter Lawrence. We talked last year on a video that I felt as if listening to some of the post-game comments that Lawrence had last year, that the frustration and really just the way that he has grown tired of losing is starting to be shown. Jordan Ranaan of ESPN saying Dexter Lawrence is growing frustrated with the New York Giants, saying you could see it building little by little. And of course he is. The New York Giants have been a bad football team over the past couple of years. And when you are a player at the caliber of player that Dexter Lawrence is, that shoulders so much and is so dominant, the best player in his position in football, and you don't have the other 52 guys around you raising their standards and level of play, it's going to be extremely frustrating, even if you are getting paid $90+ million. The last thing this organization needs is Dexter Lawrence to be pissed off and request a trade. And that's usually how this starts to unfold. A man can only take so many losses. A competitor can only be kicked down so many times and be forced to lose a ball game due to other teams' mistakes or other players' mistakes more so often. 63 losses in an NFL career that has been as short as Dexter Lawrence's, that can change the joy that a player has playing for an organization. He's 30, 63, and 1 as a New York Giant. Lawrence said this following the loss to Dallas. We beat ourselves. Too many penalties. I don't think we played bad. I think we just had too many penalties. You watch the game, we was playing well. We had good stops. We just gave them too many chances. He sounded deflated and growing pissed off with the media, the way and the questions that they were throwing in front of him. And yeah, he's 100% right. Giants didn't play bad. I thought the defense was bad in overtime in the fourth quarter. But it was the penalties that hurt him. The Giants were flagged a ridiculous 21 times in Sunday's loss to the Cowboys. 3 times on the same play. James Hudson 4 times on the same drive. Unprecedented. The 14 accepted penalties for 160 yards was the most penalty yards in a game by the Giants this century. Yeah. I would be frustrated too if I was Dexter Lawrence. A team is only as good as its weakest link. Doesn't matter if you have the best defensive tackle in football in Dexter Lawrence. It takes 11 guys on the field at a time, 22 starters, offense and defense, and 53 players, 48 active on game day, to do their job. There's only so much that one man can do. I think if you even ask Dexter Lawrence, though, to kind of shift here, he has not played his best football to start this year. What's crazy is his best football is still better than 95% of the players in the league at his position. Had 4 tackles against Washington, had 4 tackles against Dallas as well. Hasn't had a tackle for loss yet, hasn't had a sack yet, had 3 pressures against Dallas, and then none against Washington. He had 2 stops. A stop is considered a negative play for the opposing team. So he's still being impactful. And when you look at the advanced analytics, he's still graded out as one of the best players in the National Football League at the defensive line spot. He has an 87.7 overall grade. That's 3rd out of 156 interior defensive linemen. The PFF grades also show that he was really good in week 2. Really good. And It necessarily didn't come through on the page. It doesn't necessarily pop off the field. But what this tells me is the Dexter Lawrence breakout game is coming real soon. Like, it's only a matter of time when you stack positive rep after positive rep after positive rep like he has, which may not equivalent, if you want to say that word, to box score numbers, but the advanced analytics say it's coming. And I believe it is coming. And hopefully some wins start coming for this football team as well, because the last thing you want is Sexy Dexy to not be a Giant for the remainder of his career. Show him some love. Maybe he comes across this video. Let's have every single Giant fan show our guy, the captain of our defense, some love. Type those 97s down in the comments section. He's one of the best in the business, and he's supposed to be one of those guys, once a Giant, always a Giant, and only a Giant. So show him some love in the comments section. Coming up next, not good news for Andrew Thomas and his injury. It's worse than we thought, and I am starting to believe that a setback of some sorts has happened. So we'll unpack that, but first, take advantage of this deal. This polo, it's on sale. It is on sale at chatsports.com/NYG Polo. It was $55. Now it is $29. So get your Giants polo today so you can be ready to rock and roll come Sunday night. Jordan on Andrew Thomas saying, long term, I think you need to be very concerned. If there's a scale of the worst Liz Frank injury, he had the worst of the Liz Frank foot injury. That's not good. It's already an injury that's ended careers in multiple sports for multiple athletes. And we're almost coming up on a calendar year of Andrew Thomas being hurt, suffering that injury back in, I think it was week 5 against the Cincinnati Bengals last year. Maybe it was week 7. I don't remember off the top of my head. It was one of those 2 weeks. But I've had a bad feeling about this injury for a while, and people thought it was hyperbolic Marsh, which is someone I am a lot, when I said I am not going to expect him to play football for the Giants again because I don't know when it's going to be, and I just continue to be let down. Not by him, but by this organization and the way that they are unclear and dishonest about injuries. Joe Shane said this back on July 23rd about Andrew Thomas. Yeah, he should be ready to go for the season opener. Again, things change, and you can never be 100%. We're going to take it day by day with him. And when he's ready, he'll be out there. But we anticipate he'll be ready for the opener. When you have a general manager address the public on July 23rd, and the first game isn't until the first week of September, and he doesn't play, and you were anticipating him playing, that tells me one of a couple of things have unfolded. One, there was potentially a setback. I haven't heard officially that there was a setback, but that could be something. Also, it could mean that Joe Shane was just lying and wanted to pull a PR stunt and wanted Giants fans to calm down at the end of July. Or it could be that the Giants medical staff didn't have a good read or got bad information on the injury. And we've seen this medical staff do that. Go back to the Evan Neal injury a couple of years ago. I think he broke his foot. They said it was an ankle injury, and they said he was good to go back to practice, had to have season-ending surgery. It's one of those 3 things. Setback, Joe Shane PR stunt, or the training staff got bad information. Doesn't matter which one it is. All 3 of them are a major red flag for this organization. If Joe Shane came out and said, look, we're taking it slow with Thomas. If he could play week 1, awesome. But we're not putting any target date for him to return. We're going to take it slow. We're not going to rush him, and we're not going to put him out there until he's 100% healthy. That may even mean he has to miss the first couple games of the season. If he said that, we would have been pissed off on July 23rd, but we wouldn't be as pissed off heading into week 3 with the idea that he may still not be able to play. And if he can't play this week, like I remember saying it when he was ruled out in week 1. If you can't play in week 1 because the risk of re-injury is that high, that doesn't just flip on its head going into week 2. It doesn't just take 5 more days to eliminate the risk of re-injury. I'm hoping he plays this week. Season's on the line. Like, if you're 0-3 and Andrew Thomas hasn't even played, there's almost no sense to rush him back at that point. It's year one of a 5-year extension that he just signed. He's 26 years old. Am I pissed off that he's hurt? Yeah. Am I frustrated he's not playing? Yeah. Do I want him to rush back and play if he's not 100% and he can cause re-injury? No. I don't want that to happen at all. He should only be on the field when he is 100% healthy and there is no risk of re-injury. So yeah, I'm frustrated. Yeah, I'm pissed off, but not at Andrew Thomas. I feel like if the information was delivered in a more sincere way, everyone would be feeling a little less pissed off about this situation. Hopefully he's on the field sooner rather than later. This football team, they need him. Make sure you are following me on social media. Appreciate everybody watching today's show. If you haven't yet, give me a follow. I'm on Twitter. I'm on IG at @MarshallGreen_.